There's a quiet moment, not spectacular, not tragic, where you catch yourself wondering if the life you're living is really yours. Not because it's unbearable, not because everything has fallen apart, but because somewhere between the group chats you don't want to answer and the frozen leftovers you reheat without tasting, you feel it. A subtle misalignment. It's not depression, not exactly. It's not burnout, though that might be a part of it. It's more like you're wearing an outfit that used to fit, but now it feels itchy against your skin. You're not miserable, you're just unconvinced. And when you try to explain it, it sounds absurd. You have a job, you have people who text you, you have your favorite snack in the cupboard, your playlist that makes chores less slightly painful. Everything is fine, but somewhere in the middle of fine, something isn't. It's a strange admission, because who are you to want more when you already have enough? You can already hear the responses, must be nice, and yet the truth is, you're allowed. You're allowed to want a different rhythm to your days. Not because what you have is broken, but because you've grown. And no one warned you, but sometimes your life doesn't grow with you. For a long time, I did not notice it. I said yes out of habit, even when my whole body meant no. I kept routines that looked responsible, even when they drained me. I performed gratitude while quietly wondering if maybe I had edited myself so many times that I lost the raw draft of who I was supposed to be. It wasn't a crisis, it was a slow erosion, like living by muscle memory instead of desire. On paper, my life looked fine. In practice, it felt like I was performing a character I didn't audition for. So I started small. Not in a dramatic, cinematic sense. Not telling everything and moving across the country. I started with 10 minutes. 10 minutes that belonged entirely to me. Sometimes I wrote in a notebook with no plan. Sometimes I took a walk without my phone. Sometimes I let myself try something new, not to transform my career, not to optimize myself into a better version, but simply to feel curious again. And those tiny, almost laughable small acts became proof. Proof that I wasn't stuck. Proof that I could move, even slightly. Proof that my life could bend with me if I let it. Maybe for you it's not journaling. Maybe it's painting badly, or running slowly, or baking bread that doesn't rise properly. Maybe it's sitting in silence for 15 minutes before anyone else wakes you up. The point isn't the activity. The point is remembering that your life is still yours to shape. That you don't need permission to shift. That you don't need to earn the right to want something else. Let me help you be clear. This didn't make me a whole new person. My apartment is still messy enough to qualify as a minor hazard. I still spiral when I haven't eaten enough protein. I still have 3 half-filled journals on my desk, all of which I swore would change my life. Spoiler alert, none of them did. But these small experiments gave me something clarity never did. Presence. Not a perfect plan, just proof I was still alive inside my own days. Clarity rarely arrives with fireworks. It sneaks in quietly, in the gap between what you used to want and what you're finally honest enough to admit. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to notice something. Notice when you're performing versus when you're present. Notice the little sparks that remind you you're still curious. Notice that wanting more isn't selfish, it's human. Because the most dangerous lie is the one that says you're stuck. That just because you've lived one way, you have to stay that way. You're allowed to want less noise, more quiet, less networking, more solitude, less obligation, more aliveness. You're allowed to want a life that makes sense only to you. You don't have to earn that, you just have to allow it. I don't want a perfect life, I just want one I can actually feel. And maybe that's enough to wake up tomorrow and ask, what matters today? And build piece by piece a life that feels like home.